Spartan here. Alright, before I go ahead and start the video, man, I just want to say thank you guys for all the support that you guys have been offering on the channel. It really means a lot to me. I actually was going to wait to upload this video later on today as I'm recording this video. It's roughly almost 3 o'clock in the morning. Me and my boys, we just got off, you know, everyone is taking a recess, or otherwise known as getting sleep. Anyways, that's besides the point, man. Like I said, thank you for all the support that you guys have offered on the channel over the last year. And as you guys know, 2018 will be coming to an end in the next 24 hours. So, man, this is basically my year-end review of 2018. So let's go on ahead and not waste any more time. Let's go on ahead and hop into some gameplay. I have quite a few gameplays stored up for you guys. There will be a special guest in the video. Well, they didn't make an appearance in the video, but they just hopped in the lobby and they bagged out. So just wait until you guys know who that special guest is. Not gonna say any names, I'm just gonna show them to you. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started off with this year in review, shall we? So, January 2018 marked a new beginning, alright? So, a lot of new things happened, you know what I'm saying? It was the new year. You know, my army career was just about to hit its 3rd year. Well, actually, November marked the 3-year anniversary, or the 3-year mark of my military career. I've been in since November 2015, so November 2018 made it the 3-year mark. But anyways, nothing really special happened in January other than, you know, the new year, right? So, February 2018, I had my first official annual training with my unit. Now, annual training is where we go out for 2 weeks, and we do, basically, you know, training, you know, for 2 straight weeks, dealing with our job. I really don't like to talk about my military job on the channel, but you guys know that I am a combat engineer, and you know, if you guys want to know what combat engineers do, you know, a little bit more in depth, or if you're looking to join the military, just let me know, and I may do a video, I might do a personal vlog, you know, regarding, you know, what we do, but that just depends on, you know, how much support this video gets. Matter of fact, if this video gets over 5 likes, I will do that, alright? I will personally let you guys see my pretty face, and I will talk to you about what I do as a combat engineer. Anyways, February 2018, we done our annual training. Down here in North Carolina, it is cold in February. It is probably, in my opinion, the coldest month of the year. And, yeah, it really sucked, alright? 2 weeks being out in the cold, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm Native American. We do not deal with the cold weather very well, so yeah, Merry Christmas on that, right? Anyways, so 2018, or February 2018, the Super Bowl was actually going on. It was between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New England Patriots, and we all know that you know, the Philadelphia Eagles would end up winning the Super Bowl. And I was actually on my phone scrolling through the you know, through the news feed. I didn't really have good enough service in the field to go ahead and watch it or whatever, so I was just like, you know, let me go ahead and watch the feed or whatever, or, you know, just look over it. And I actually wanted the Eagles to win, you know what I'm saying? Nick Foles done a really good job, but hey, we're gonna save that for another time, right? And right here, I do not know how I didn't die, but you know what I'm saying? Whatever, right? So then March 2018 comes around. Nothing really in particular happens other than March Madness, which my team didn't make it very far this year when it came to March Madness, you know what I'm saying? We done what we could do, but we only made it to the round of 32, which isn't a Final Four appearance, but hey, whatever, you know what I'm saying? April was spring break. Didn't really do anything extreme for spring break, really. April, May? Nothing really extreme happened in May either. Now, June of 2018 was basically where Golden State would go on to win their 3rd title in 4 years. Now, I don't really tell you guys, you know, a whole lot about who my favorite teams are of each sport. And, you know, basically Golden State is my favorite basketball team simply because they play so unselfish. And it just looks really good, you know, to play unselfishly. So, you know, there's that, you know what I'm saying? Football team has got to be the Seattle Seahawks. I just love the way that Russell Wilson escapes out of the pocket, and he's really good in terms of doing that, alright? So, this gameplay right here, I went 30-7. I was playing with my boys. My boy John went 24-1 this gameplay. Bartolo went 12-7. And my boy Paranoia went 9-4 this game. So, you know, speaking of those guys right there, you know, shout out to them, man, because I'm gonna mention them, you know, in just a little bit, but without them, my channel would not be what it is, you know, today. So I really wanna give them, you know, all the thanks and all the appreciation that I can. So, let me, shoot, man. I got all these gameplays saved up, and I don't really know what I'm gonna be, talking about. So, let me go on ahead and get the next gameplay started up. Like I said, man, I just came into this, you know what I'm saying, just free-handing it, you know, whatever comes off the top of my head, that's what, I'll be, you know, talking about. So, let me see, 2132, where is it at? I think that, yeah, this one's it, okay. Most of these gameplays I had handpicked out simply because I either done really good in those gameplays or, you know, I just felt like these gameplays stuck out, right? So the next 5 gameplays after this one that I'm going to show you guys are actually team challenges that me and my boys done, and y'all are going to see a whole lot of BS just happen. And it's gonna be pretty funny. So stick around for that. But you know, let me see. July 2018. I turned 22 years old. I was about to say 23, but no, I turned 23. You know, this year coming up right here. You know, when you hit, you know, a certain milestone in your life, it's really, really special to not forget where you came from, you know what I'm saying? Many of you guys probably don't know, you know, as a child, I was really, really sick, and, you know, just really had a hard, you know, life in terms of my medical, you know, in terms of my physical, you know, I guess my physical readiness as a child and, you know, my mental readiness, because, you know, as a little baby, I had seizures, and, those seizures, really set my progress back, you know, maybe a couple of years, you know what I'm saying? So, it took me 4 years, to say my first word. And although I did start school at the age of 2, I didn't speak till I was 4, right? So, you know, doctors did not expect me to live past the age of 8. And here I am sitting at the age of 22, you know, been a YouTuber for 3 years, also been in the military for 3 years, you know, and graduated high school, and, you know, I'm not here to, you know, make you guys feel sorry for me or whatever else, but, you know, I just want you guys, you know, if you're, you know, rather you're subscribed to my channel or not, or if you just happen to stumble across this video, you know, somewhere or someday, you know what I'm saying? Just always remember that,
they're done.
You know, it doesn't matter where you come from. It only matters what you make of yourself, right? And I come from a drug-ridden neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? I had drugs offered to me as a kid, and you know, I turned them down simply because that wasn't, you know, what I wanted to do with my life. I didn't want to be a drug addict, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to do drugs because they just don't get you anywhere, right? But nevertheless, you guys, basically, before I go on ahead and continue on with the timeline of the year, basically, never forget where you come from and never forget where you want to go. You know what I'm saying? So, if there's a certain goal or, you know, a certain, you know, achievement that you want to reach, don't stop till you get it, alright? Because you're going to have people along the way that try to stop you of getting what you want to get. Don't let them, alright? You know, that's just me, you know, telling you guys that, hey, you can do anything that you put your mind to. Alright? So moving on to the next part of the timeline for the year of 2018, August. My brother just turned, I want to say, 19? Yeah, my brother's 19 years old, so he'll be 20 this coming up August after my birthday, which is in July. 2 weeks after his birthday, he was locked up. Alright, he was hanging around with a group of people that he shouldn't have been hanging around, and prior flashback to this point right here, October 2013, his father was murdered, right? So, not only did he have to deal with the death of his father, I think 3 years or either 4 years after that, his 2 little sisters were actually killed in a car accident, alright? In which my mom was involved in that as well. And you know, his sisters played a big part in his life, and his dad also played a big part in his life. So my brother, you know, he didn't really have a role model, you know, really experienced enough to tell him, you know, what was the right thing to do, what was the wrong thing to do. Yeah, you know, he has me, you know what I'm saying? I'm his, you know, brother, and you know, I've lived through experiences longer than he has, but his dad, you know what I'm saying, or really, you know, your dad in general is supposed to, you know, teach you things about acting like a man and, you know, just manly things, and unfortunately his dad wasn't here, you know, long enough to, you know, teach my brother, like, hey, you know what I'm saying, don't hang around these certain types of people, right? So, he got locked up. He stayed in jail, I want to say, for about a month, or either 2 months, I think, or something like that. So, September comes around, alright, the month after my brother was arrested, right? So, towards the end of the month of September, right, I started, you know, having pains in my stomach, Alright, now, another flashback, 4 years prior to this year, I had a virus in my intestines which almost caused them to internally combust, right? Which means they almost freaking, you know, just busted, right? So I started feeling a sharp pain in my abdomen, and you know, at this point I didn't really want to worry about it because I just felt like it wasn't important at the time. But you know, in this gameplay right here, I'm gonna go ahead and get back to it. 34-5 for the gameplay right there. Just, I'm not really talking, you know, too much in the gameplay, and my boy Paranoia, he hopped in on the other team, and we just, I mean, he got a 150 KD, so he actually held his own, and like I said, I'll talk about these guys in a little bit, but 34-5 for the gameplay, so I hope you guys enjoyed that one. But I didn't want to, you know, think it was anything major, right? I didn't want to think that, you know, anything major was going to be wrong with me, because as you guys will soon know, is that I would have a PT test the month after, right? Literally 2 weeks after I had this, you know, infection, right? So, one night, you know, it just got to the point where it got terrible for several nights, right? To where it felt as if, you know, I was being stabbed in the gut. Like, you know, Jack the Ripper just came up and he just stabbed me like maybe 5 or 10 times in the gut with a pair of dirty, rusty scissors, right? It was that bad, you know what I'm saying? And funny story, 2 years or actually 2012, or I think it was either 2010 or either 2011. I want to say it was 2010. I actually suffered from the same thing where I ended up in the hospital for 2 weeks among that happening, right? So in this gameplay right here, this is one of the first 5 featured gameplays that I have for you guys. Remember how I said that there are going to be some special challenge gameplays? Well, guess what? This is the first, alright? So basically, our whole team, me and my boys, were using snipers, alright? Now, this is something I rarely ever show to you guys on the channel, so I hope you guys appreciate the gameplay. But yeah, basically all of us were using snipers, you know what I'm saying? And we had just started with the challenges, but you guys are gonna, you know, soon get to feel the wrath of these challenges. But anyways, but yeah, it just felt really bad, you know what I'm saying? So, one day, I decided to throw in the towel. I couldn't really deal with it anymore. I felt like a piece of garbage. You know, I felt like I was a worthless human being, like I shouldn't have been here. And, so I called the ambulance. I was rushed to the hospital. You know, they took some, you know, they done a CAT scan, they done some x-rays, they gave me some fluids. Literally maybe 2 to 3 hours I stay in the hospital, and the results came back, and I had a virus, or I had an infection in my intestines, which was the same thing, like I said, that I had 4 years prior, and also having it in 2010 or either 2011 when I was in middle school. Alright, so every year in October, my unit has a PT test. Now, in the Army, we have PT tests, you know what I'm saying, every year to determine your physical readiness. And it's just, you know, it's just one of those things that I was scared about, but I felt as if I had no other choice, right? So I had 2 weeks. I think it was either 2 to 3 weeks to physically try to get myself together and physically try to at least get better, right?
Cluster grenade.
So when I got out of the hospital, I was maybe at
Activating
60% effectiveness, maybe 60 to 65% effectiveness. And it was pretty terrible. Alright, so as the first week went by, I started making steady improvements. You know, I was drinking water a little bit better now. Still hurt when I pissed, you know what I'm saying? You know, sorry mom for the bad word. My mom hates the word piss, but anyways, couldn't really piss, you know, all that much. It really hurt. I couldn't lay a certain kind of way, you know. I had to eat a certain kind of food. Couldn't really eat, you know, from any fast food restaurants for the duration of maybe 5 to 7 days, and it really sucked. Alright, so the week before my PT test, right, I called my sergeant and he's like, hey Lowry, you know, how's everything going, right? And you know, I tell him that, you know, I'm at least at 80 to 85% effectiveness, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, well, will you be able to do, you know, to at least try the PT test? So I was like, you know what, why not? I'm gonna try it, you know what I'm saying? Because if I feel at 85%, I'm gonna try and perform like I'm at 85%, alright? So we get to drill, you know, that day, right? And it was early in the morning, and you know, we normally take our PT test, you know, around like 06, you know, like 6 o'clock in the morning, and get done around maybe 8 o'clock or whatever. I get through the push-ups, and the push-ups didn't really bother me. The sit-ups kind of did, because like I said, I was only at maybe 80 to 85% effectiveness. There were still remnants of that, you know, infection left, right? So I get to the 2-mile run, and all of a sudden shit just hit the fan. Alright, and when I say shit hit the fan, guess what? It did. You know what I'm saying? It did not get any better from that point onward, right? I would end up failing my first ever PT test of my military career. In the 3 years that I've been in the military, I never up until that point failed a PT test. So it was kind of a new experience for me. After I got through with the run, all I could do was cry. You know what I'm saying? And you know, this goes back to my thing of, you know what I'm saying, not letting anything try to get in your way. But at some point in time, you know what I'm saying, you're not gonna be able to defeat the anatomy of the body. Alright, if your body is hurting, you know what I'm saying, to a point to where you just can't functionally perform at a certain level, then your body's just not gonna let you do it. You know what I'm saying? Now, before that point, we actually done a 9/11 event, which I'll talk about, you know, after the timeline's done, and you know, I'll talk to you guys about John and, you know, all of the other guys on, you know, the team or whatever, and just giving them all a special shout out.
Recon requesting UAV data link.
So there was a, you know, 9/11 challenge, or it's not even really a challenge. It's just more or less a thing that we do to commemorate those who lost their lives in 9/11. And so basically what we do is we do a I think it's like a 30 to 35 pound ruck march, which I'll explain that in a little bit. But basically in this gameplay right here, we all sniped, you know what I'm saying? You know, like 5 out of 6 of us went positive. My boy Avocados, he almost had it, you know what I'm saying, but he doesn't really snipe. I don't think Gamer does either. But anyways, nevertheless, 14-11 for the gameplay. My boy Paranoia went 22-11, so I hope you guys enjoyed that sniper-only gameplay. Now we're going to be moving on to a rocket launcher-only gameplay. Now, before I go on ahead and get back to the 9/11 event, I just want to say, in this particular gameplay, you guys will see my boy Paranoia get a quad feed with the freaking rocket launcher. Alright, so stay tuned for that. It's gonna be pretty impressive, alright? And as you see from the score right there, we only lost by 14 points, alright? But you know, nevertheless, it was a really good game. We only lost by 14 kills. You know, we had them in the beginning of the game, and then all of a sudden, towards the middle of the game, we just started to fuck up, and then towards the end, we were just like, eh. You know what I'm saying? We'll get them next time or whatever. But yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this this freaking rocket launcher gameplay. This junk is, man. We done a lot of challenges. There are 3 more challenges left, so I hope you guys are gonna enjoy those. But so moving back to the 9/11 commemorance event. Basically, we do, like I said, a 30 to 35 pound ruck march, which is where, you know, you have a backpack or you have a rucksack, which is where, or which is a thing that, you know, you carry equipment in, similar to a backpack, you know what I'm saying? But we basically loaded our bags 30 to 35 pounds. Some people even done, you know, 45 pounds. Some people even done 50, you know what I'm saying? But we done a, I think it was a, let me see, it was, I think, a 5-mile ruck march, I think, maybe 2.5 miles there, and then maybe 2.5 back, I think, or whatever. Anyways, we done a march there, we done the ruck march there, and once we got to the stadium, this is where things crank up a little bit. And basically, we walk up and down the stadiums. We done, I think it was 16 flights. So we do 4 flights up and down each section, and there were 4 sections of the bleachers, so we had to do, you know, up and down was 1. So you can only imagine, and this is with the rucksack on, you guys, and it was, man, listen, it's one of the most physically imposing challenges that you can ever think to do. But once you get done with it, you're just like, I done all that, you know what I'm saying? And there's gonna be a common theme that I talk to you after the end of the this commemorance event that we always do every year. So basically, we had to do, you know, 4 flights. We had to walk 4 flights up and down, 4 sections. I think there were 16 stories in the World Trade Center. So we done it with the rucksack on. And then after every flight was done, we'd run a lap around the track, or you can walk, it doesn't really matter. But you know, you'd either walk or run a lap around the track, and then you would pursue to do another 4 flights until that subsequent flight of stairs was done. So after those flights of stairs were done, and that was my boy Paranoia. I think he got a triple kill right there, and then I think he does another quad feed, and it just so turns out that wasn't even the play of the game, which was kind of booty, but whatever. We're not here to talk about plays of the game. But after that, we had to do, I forgot what it's called, but it's basically where we take our rucksacks off, and up and down said flights of stairs, you would have to place your back on the step below and put your legs up onto the step above, and you would basically have to do 10 crunches, I think, and then move up to the next step. So it was kind of sucky. Alright, now I'm one, and I just got a triple feed with the Tempest right there. Shout out to my boy Prophet. I love you, my homeboy. You know what I'm saying? I ranked him #1 in the specialist video. That if you guys haven't checked that out, y'all go ahead and go check that out. Turn up for the one time. 2018 is about to end. Anyways, so once we got done with that, you know what I'm saying? And that was my boy Paranoia right there with the freaking quad feed. That is ridiculous. When he done that, we just all turned up. It was just a moment of just craziness, right? And I was like, they should just go in and back out. And at this point, we're losing by like 21 points. So we just don't even care about losing. We're just having fun, right? But anyways, we're going ahead and do the 2.5 mile ruck march back. All right. So basically, the main theme of all of that
for open ports.
is your body can withstand more than you think it can. Just when you think your body is at the apex of quitting, it's not. All right, your body can go longer than you think it can. All right, I pick up this ICR, I get like maybe 2 kills with it, and then I go ahead and meet my demise shortly thereafter. But anyways, your body can handle a lot more than you think it can. But going back to, my story with the whole infection in my intestines thing, I felt like I could, handle the repercussions of said infection, but like I said, man, there are just times and moments where you can handle what you can handle, alright? Anyways, that wraps up this rocket launcher gameplay. I went 22-15 that game. John went 15-10. My boy Bartolo went 21-17. Paranoia went 18-13. Gamer went 13-11, and my boy Avocados went 11-10. So think about it, bro. We dropped, I think it was, 24, 42, 63. What is that? 22, 50, 47. Yeah. That's kind of weird. But yeah, I think we only lost this match by like 12 or 14 kills or something like that, which is kind of crazy because we were only using rocket launchers. But anyways, like I said, man, there are certain times where your body just can't do it. But during that ruck march, there was nothing wrong with me. You know what I'm saying? So my lesson to you guys here is, if there is something medically wrong with you, go get medical attention. Don't put it off like I do each and every single time, because I think I'm a hard ass at times. Get medical attention, because it could very well mean the difference between life and death, which I will get to in just a little bit with the next story that I'm going to talk about, or the next few points I'm going to talk about. But this next gameplay that I have for you guys, this is going to be a melee only gameplay. Now, as you guys can see right here, we lost the game by 19 kills. We get 56 kills on these guys, alright? 56 kills. And that, bro, if you allow a team to get 56 kills on you while they're only using melee weapons, you shouldn't even play the game. Alright, just get off. But anyways, so flash forward, after failing my PT test and the weekend after, everyone knew my situation at my unit, you know what I'm saying, and a lot of people commended me for it, but they just said, Lowry, which is my last name, they were like, don't do that again. You know what I'm saying? They know that I have a lot of potential, but they just don't want to see me hurt myself. And I'm going to tell you guys that same thing. I don't want to see you guys get hurt. So I love each and every single one of you guys. Yeah, I don't get paid for doing YouTube or whatever. I'm not monetized in any certain way. This is just something that I love doing, and you guys make it possible for me to do this. So I just can't do it without you guys. So bang, don't want to see you get hurt, right? Anyways, so flash forward, I go hang out with my boy Jaquan, and we were chilling. We were watching the Golden State and Wizards game that night, and this is where Curry hit, I think he dropped like 60 or something like that, or 50, 57 or something like that. It was something crazy, but the guy was just going off. I think he broke his single game record. I wanna look it up to make sure I'm not tripping.
Firing sensor dart.
But yeah, we were watching the game that night, and Curry just absolutely exploded, man. I don't know what he was thinking, but it was pretty crazy, man. Let me go on ahead and check highlights of said game.
Kill.
And they're actually second seed right now. They're not doing as good as I want them to do, but whatever. It's okay. We'll get out of it like we always do. Okay, so in this game right here, this was what game was this? When was this? This was October 25th. No, this was the 24th. Okay, so yeah, this was the 24th, and you guys are gonna see what was so significant about the next day in just a little bit. But Curry, he dropped 51 points that night, and he shot 15 for 24 from the field. He hit 10 free throws, and he hit 11 three-pointers that game. And he had a 19 plus or minus, which is absolutely ridiculous. But anyways, nevertheless, we were watching the game that night, and I felt like everything was, good. You know what I'm saying? Everything was chill. Me and my boy hung out that night.
Deploy beacon planted.
We watched the game, and we played 2K, right? So I wake up the next morning. It's October 25th, 2018. And I would not foresee the next event which would shape my family's life and my life as I know it, right?
Back online.
So, roughly around maybe 3 or 4 o'clock that day, I get, beep outside, like somebody honked the horn outside. And it was my cousin from down the road, and he comes and he tells me, and he's like, hey, my next door neighbor, which is my aunt Wanda, she just got in a car accident, and they're saying that she, passed away. And he said, yeah, Jordan, they're saying that she's dead, man. They're saying she's, she's, gone, right? So I was like, there's no way. So once my mom got wind of this, which is her sister, my mom flew out of the door 110 miles an hour because she wanted to make sure her sister was okay. So an hour and 30 minutes went by to maybe 2 hours, and the worst of my fears were confirmed to be true. My Aunt Wanda had passed away that day. Alright. And at this point, it wasn't real to anyone in my family. Nevertheless, my mom, you know what I'm saying, she didn't believe it either. Because, you know, my Aunt Wanda was a very, you know, lively woman. She had a garden. She planted everything. She done the most beautiful crafting I've ever seen anyone do. And I have one of her final necklaces that she made for me before she passed away. So as long as I have that memento of her, then I'm fine. Alright? But yeah, she passed away. She got in a car accident, and it was a life-changing experience, right? So the next month of drill, which was November drill, you know, we went out to the field, and we done some driver's training. Now, I'm gonna lighten up the story before toning it back down again. Alright, so in this gameplay right here, man, we basically lose the game or whatever, but I went 7-12. I mean, we all went negative except for my boy Avocados. We got 2 Alexes in the squad, so normally we call both of them Alex, or we either call one of them Paranoia and one of them Avocados, but he went pop. Next gameplay I'm gonna show is gonna be a shotgun only gameplay. Now, you guys may be able to guess what the next weapon class is gonna be, so I'm not gonna spoil anything on that. Then shortly after that, I'm gonna you know, talk to you guys about me meeting, you know, everyone in the squad. I'm gonna give them all a shout out and tell you guys who the special guest was. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into this shotgun only gameplay. Alright, now bear in mind, you guys, this gameplay was just so crazy because I don't really use shotguns, you know what I'm saying? It's not, you know, very often that, you know, I use shotguns or whatever. So me and the boys, we were just like, hey, let's go in and use shotguns. So this is some shotgun only gameplay, as I've said, you know, 11,000 times or whatever. But we're gonna go ahead and go on with it. Alright, let me find my guy. Yes, this is him. Alright, so yeah, so we go to the field, we do some driver's training, and I learned how to drive 3 vehicles in one weekend. Alright, I learned how to drive a bridge, which is called a bridge. It's basically like a combat engineer tool, which we use to, you know, it's basically a bridge layer for other vehicles to go across, or, you know, for troops to get across a certain bridge that can't be passed over because the bridge may be taken out or whatever else. Learned how to drive that. The only thing I didn't really learn how to do is drop the bridge, but we were just only learning how to, you know, fully drive them and, you know, just have a overall vivid understanding of the vehicle. Then I learned how to drive this thing called Ace. Now, the Ace is sort of your, how would you say it, your dumpster vehicle, or like your digger. It, you know, can dig up holes, it can, you know, fix potholes and all of that good stuff. It's basically a combat engineer's best friend when it comes to landscaping the landscape. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you're, you know what, never mind. We're we're gonna not go that route because I have a few females on this channel. We do something called manscaping. I'm pretty sure you guys know what that is. But anyways, don't want to get demonetized for, you know, the channel.
Assault packs down. Come get it.
But whatever. Anyways, it just basically, you know, is a digging tool that is fundamentally used to dig up certain obstacles or just get dirt out of the way, alright? And then the next vehicle I would go ahead and learn how to drive would be the 113, which is actually a tank that, you know, has a gunner's turret in the top. Then you have your crew on the inside, and this is probably the vehicle that I probably like driving out of the other three, simply because I had more experience with it, and it was actually pretty fun driving, so I had a really good experience driving it. But nevertheless, that weekend I learned how to drive 3 vehicles, and it was just really fun, you know what I'm saying? So I really enjoyed that. But Thanksgiving came around, and me and my family, now listen, I'm gonna tell you guys that, you know, me and my family, we don't have the best of a connection, you know what I'm saying? The only times when we get together is through death. Now, if many of you guys don't have a family that is like that, then hey, kudos to you, you know what I'm saying? Family is really important to have because they're family, you know what I'm saying? Those are the people that you grow up around. Those are the people that you know, grow up loving ever since, you know, you come out of the womb and you were accustomed to learning the names of said family, right? So, you know, me and my family, we don't really get along the best.
Assault packs down. Come get it.
Thanksgiving this year was held at my grandma's house, who passed away in 2007. And that house was then purchased by my aunt, you know, shortly after my grandma passed away, which was her house. And it was my first time having Thanksgiving there since 2007. Since, you know, well, actually 2006. 2006 was my last Thanksgiving there before my grandma passed away. So it felt kind of weird just going back, you know what I'm saying, having Thanksgiving with my family
Control systems are back online.
Rarely ever gets together, only through death. And, you know, I know that the common topic or the title of this video is just me talking about how my 2018 rewind went. There are going to be some important lessons that you guys may learn throughout this video, so if you guys are learning anything, you know what I'm saying, whether it be lesson-wise or if you guys enjoy the gameplay, y'all go in and give it a like, man, and if you're new, click that freaking subscribe button, man, and I'm going to talk to you guys, like I said, about future 2019 plans going up on the channel, and like I said, I gotta do my shout out to my boys, and we're gonna tell who the special guest was. Alright, so but yeah, basically family is everything. Alright, time heals all wounds. Some people don't really think like that, but I do. I think that time is a big aspect in life as we know it. And you could be mad at somebody for the rest of your life. And guess what that is going to fix? Nothing. Nothing. So if there's a best friend that you're mad at, or if there's a cousin or a brother or an uncle that you're mad at, throw that shit out the window. Excuse my language, but throw it out. Because you guys are family, you know what I'm saying? Family sticks together, you know, through the ups and downs, through the successes and the failures. So, you know what I'm saying? No matter the tension in your family, just get it out of the way, you know what I'm saying? And I guarantee you that everything will work out on its own eventually. Alright, so that was this shotgun gameplay wrapped up. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. 17-8 for my boy Avocados, 18-14 for my boy Bartolo, 18-14 for Paranoia as well, 16-5 for my boy Raging Gamer. Myself, I went 17-13, and my boy John went 15-14. So I hope you guys enjoyed that one. And for the last and final gameplay of this 2018 Rewind is gonna be a pistol only gameplay. Now, hold on, wait a minute. It's not gonna be with the Stride. It's not gonna be with, you know, what was the other pistol? The Mozu, yeah. Yeah. I didn't have the Skull Splitter, so I'm not gonna use the freaking Mozu, alright? We used the RK7 for this gameplay right here. This was probably one of the better gameplays that you will ever see me get with a pistol, so I hope you guys enjoy this one as well. Alright, so moving on, you know what I'm saying, family is critical in your life, whether you want to believe it or not, and you know, just being there for each other really helps out a lot. So if you see a family member who is struggling with an addiction that they really need help with, help them out. You know what I'm saying? Or I want to say this, yeah, okay. I was about to say I had to switch my weapon, but you know, if there's a family member that's struggling with addiction, get them help. You know what I'm saying? If there's a family member who's struggling with abuse, try and get them help. You know what I'm saying? If there's a problem, rather it be rumors or something, get them help. Or, you know, talk to them about it. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? At the end of time, family needs to stick together. And not only does your family need to stick together, my YouTube family needs to stick together as well. So, yeah, just, you know, stick together is, you know, the common theme of, you know, that, alright? So, the next, story that I want to talk to you guys about in this 2018 Rewind, so, December comes around, alright? Now, December is one of my, you know, least favorite months, simply because it's cold as shit. I don't like the cold. From basically December to, you know, February, I hate. Like, I despise with a passion. So, Lord, please forgive me, and many of my subscribers may have been born from December to... We got a person watching, what's up? Sam, I gotta get this video put up, man. I gotta get this video put up before I go to bed, but I promise you, after this, I'm out, alright? But, you know, if you were born from December to February, I really do feel sorry for you, because I hate all three of those months. December, January, and February. So, not throwing any shade at my subscribers if you're born between those 3 months or whatever. But anyways, you know, it's cold, and, you know, I just hate the cold. But anyways, you know, this month came rolling around, and, you know, we had a Christmas party at Drill, which was actually really fun. We played a lot of games. You know, we had some ugly sweater contests. We had food. You know, there were gift cards involved. It was beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And I was actually scheduled to take that PT test that I had to remake, and the weather got so bad because it started snowing that weekend that they just canceled drill, and we got to go home that night. Alright?
Establishing UAV overhead.
So, that following week, or 2 weeks after that, me and my sister, we got together and we were planning for my mom's birthday. Now, many of you guys don't really know much about my mom, so let me go ahead and give you guys a little vivid backstory of my mom, alright? So basically, she is 55 years old, even though she doesn't really look like it. She was born in 63, which was the month that the greatest player to ever play basketball was born in, or the year that he was born in, which was 63, and that was Michael Jordan. Alright, so December 18th, 1963 is my mom's birthday, and she is 55 years old. She, just turned 55. She loves Marlboros, she loves Mountain Dews, she loves both of them interchangeably. Alright, if you can't get her one, as long as you, or if you can't get her both, as long as you get her one, she will be alright. Anyways, me and my sister were planning her birthday party, as I get the quad feed right there. We were planning her birthday party, and my mom always wanted dog tags to be made. So I went to a military surplus store and had her dog tags made. And the day of her birthday, me and my sister surprised her with said birthday presents, and she really loved it. So now it's time for the last part of the 2018 rewind, where I discuss another death in the family. Alright, December, well, actually, I want to say it was November. My aunt was hospitalized for, her use with alcohol. Now, like I said, just a couple minutes, before talking about this, if someone is struggling with addiction, you know what I'm saying, try and get them help before it's too late, alright? I hope you guys enjoyed this final gameplay right here. 19-3 for my boy, Gamer. I went 26-6 in this gameplay. My boy Alex Avocados went 17-8. My boy Kevin went 16-10. My boy Paranoia went 18-2, and my boy John went 11-4. So I hope you guys enjoyed that one there. But like I said, if there's someone in your family struggling with addiction, get them help, because this story right here will potentially change the way you view people who have a substance abuse problem, alright? So I'm not gonna put my aunt's name out there, you know what I'm saying, because she's gone, and I'm gonna respect her, but let's just say, she was a woman full of bright spirits. No matter if she was, drinking at the time, she just had, this really, bright glow about her that people really loved, alright? So, prior to December, with her hospitalization, she got into church, she got involved doing many things with the community, and, she was really active in church, you know what I'm saying? She volunteered when we asked, when we were asked questions, and, all of that. So, she was losing her battle to alcoholism, and, we sought to get her help, and she actually stayed clean for 2 months, and then after that, she was talked about again, and some of my family talked about her, and again, she went into a slump, and she was hospitalized. because of her heavy abuse with alcohol and the prolonged effects that it had on her, right? So roughly at the beginning of December, at the beginning of this month, they announced that she did not have long left to live. All right. They gave her a 2 to 3 week time frame for her to, live. And December 21st, 2018, it was either the 21st or the 23rd. I want to say it was the 21st because my cousin's birthday was the 22nd. Yeah, I want to say it was the 21st. So the 21st, my aunt would eventually pass away. Alright, so, if you guys have a family member who is struggling with an addiction problem, please get them help. You know what I'm saying? It's not nothing funny to laugh over. It's not nothing funny to joke about. Regardless of what they're using, you know what I'm saying? If it's heroin, if it's crack, if it's alcohol, if it's, pills, whatever it is, get them help. You know what I'm saying? There are obviously discreet ways to do so. You can go to a clinic, you can go to an interventionalist. Whatever you have to do to get that person help, please get them help. Alright? Because, like I said, not only do I care about my family, you know what I'm saying, and my brother, who I think is probably still watching the video right now, not only do I care about me and his family, you know what I'm saying, I care about my YouTube family as well. So, like I said, if you guys have any questions for me, if you guys want to talk to me, like I said, I'm always around to, listen to you guys. If you guys have any problems that you want to talk about, I'm here for you guys. So, get them help, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we all want to see our families live as long as possible. And we want to see them grow happy and healthy, alright? And Christmas came around, and I had a pretty good Christmas. I got, I want to say $100 for Christmas, roughly. I got a pair of joggers. I got to spend time with my sister. Got to spend time with my aunts from my mom's side of the family. And it was a really good Christmas. I can't complain, but nevertheless, it was, a pretty wild 2018. So that's that. Alright, so that just, that basically wraps up all of 2018 from, not only a perspective on the YouTube channel, but, I dove a little bit deeper into what happened with me and what has happened with my family. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed all the gameplays. If you did, don't forget to click that like button and also subscribe for more Crazy Spartan content. But before we leave off the video, like I said, I want to give a shout out to my boys, and I want to go ahead and, make sure I get all my boys in this. Shout out to my boy Paranoia, my boy Avocados, John, my boy Kevin, my boy Bartolo, cousin Malik, freaking Davey, all of my friends, you know what I'm saying, that, and gamer as well, all of my friends that, I played the game with. I just want to, give a shout out to all y'all boys, man. Y'all make the channel really that much better, and I just want to give a shout out to you guys, you know what I'm saying. And I met y'all this year, so Black Ops 4 you know, has bought me many friends, and you know, I want to thank Black Ops 4 for that as well. Alright, so I told you guys that there was a special guest in the gameplay, or that we had seen hop into a lobby, and I don't think it's gonna show up now because we played an extra few games afterwards, and it's probably not gonna show up. But anyways, so if I can sort of figure out a way to isolate the picture, or if I can get it, you know, put up in a future video, I will. But we had, listen at this, alright, and if you guys know who this YouTuber is, go ahead and click that freaking like button, man. And it's just really hard to believe. So me and my boys were about to hop into a melee only lobby where we were going to be only using our fists, and it just so happens that these knives only hopped into the lobby and backed out. Yes, these knives only. If you guys don't know who these knives only is, y'all go look up his channel. Sam, if you don't know who these knives only is, go look up his channel. He has, I think it's over 200,000, maybe 400,000 subscribers. And we tried to get him to come back to play with us. But, I mean, hey, being, you know, one of the best YouTubers, you know, in terms of using a knife to ever play the game, you know, you're not going to really accept an invite from people that you don't even really know. But I mean, when we seen this guy hop into the lobby with us, we were just, I mean, we just had no words, you know what I'm saying? And I wish I could prove it to you guys, just, you know, furthermore, but it's just not, like, it's just not happening right now. Like, I don't have substantial proof, but I hope you guys really, really do believe me, because my boy John can personally vouch for you, because John is the one who actually spotted him when he hopped into the lobby. But I mean, it was crazy. We were freaking in the lobby, we were in the loading screen, and then all of a sudden John was like, "Yo, these knives only just joined the game," and he backed out. So we all backed out of the match, and we all went to the recent players tab right there, and sure enough, it was these knives only. Alright? Believe me or not, take it with a grain of salt, you know what I'm saying? Sprinkle that shit all you want to, but hey, we know what we saw, alright? But anyways, that is gonna wrap up the video, my last video for 2018. I just want to give a huge shout out, like I said, to all my boys, you know, John, Bartolo, Paranoia, Cousin Malik, Kevin, Davey, you know, Avocado, you know, all of you guys really have made my channel what it is, and I just, you know, couldn't have done it without you guys. So I really do thank you guys, you know, a whole lot for giving me. Let me shut up this right. For really giving me the best quality content and the best gameplays that you know, that I could ever ask for. But anyways, you know, that's gonna really wrap up the video. Matter of fact, I just want to go ahead and show you guys my stats before the new year comes rolling around. These are subject to change, obviously, but I might just go ahead and hit. No, I'm not. Shoot. Do I have freaking Primary Gunfighter 3? Because if I do, I can go ahead and just prestige or whatever. Because if I do, I'm going to end prestige in this gameplay. And, no, I do not. I do not have this permanently unlocked. I don't think. How can I tell? Oh, that's how you can tell. Okay, so I don't have it permanently unlocked. So I'm not going to prestige. But anyways, these are my stats before 2018 wraps up. 128 win-loss. Got a 165 KD. Roughly a 334 score per minute. Man, that is crazy. 21,000 kills. That is... Oh, man, that is just... Woo! You know what I'm saying? That's completely unfathomable in its own right. You know what I'm saying? So, I hope you guys enjoy the gameplay. If you did, don't forget to click that like button. And also, don't forget to subscribe for more Crazy Spartan content. Thank you for you guys for sticking around all 2018. We grew, I think maybe we had 10 subscribers hop on board this year. If I remember correctly, maybe 5 to 10 subscribers. So, like I said, man, I can't thank you guys enough. Thank you guys for making my 2018 even more better than, you know, I could ever imagine. So, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to click that subscribe button and also turn on post notifications so that way you guys don't miss an upload whenever it gets put on the channel. Also, John's link is in the description box below, so go check out his channel. I think he uploaded a video, if I remember correctly, just maybe a couple of days ago, so go check that out. And I'll check you guys out in the next one. And Happy New Year's Eve, you guys. Peace out.